What's going on, everybody? Brett here, and we're back playing some more Battle Brothers on the Beast and Exploration DLC. Picking up a little bit after where we left off last time. I decided to go ahead and knock out some of the surrounding ruins and areas around the Unhold graveyard that we discovered at the end of the last episode. And I kind of wanted to end today's episode on a guaranteed high note. So I think we are going to take our time, move back to that area. I ended up having to come back to Horngard. So, after looking up a bit about the Unhold Graveyard, I wanted to know if there was going to be some awesome huge fight, or if the game was just going to give us something, or what the case was, but my inventory was full. So, unfortunately, I decided, you know what, let's just come back here and sell at Horngard, and then head back out and take a look at the Unhold Graveyard, take a couple cool fights along the way, maybe pick up some unique loot. And this event just popped right as I was getting ready to hit record, so it's one that I've done before, and it's kind of funny. So don't mind if I take a second to read it. It says, "A woman jumped out of the tree line beside the path. Oh, thank gods, my prayers have been answered. Please come quick, my grandpa's fallen down the well." She turns and hurries away as though you've already agreed to help her. I used to have a neighbor like that. Sir Verandox the Different glances at you and shrugs. I'm like, I didn't say I would come and do this for you. But I guess you're assuming I am. So let's see if we can help her. So the old man was doing repairs atop the wooden wellhead when it broke apart. Unfortunately, if you're standing atop a wellhead when it goes bust, there's only one place to go. Down. Very, very far down. As you look over the edge of the well, you can see the old man floating in a manner that is most unlively. Sir Verandox the Different sidles up next to you and whispers, using a hand to keep his words from being heard. He's not moving. An expertly observation, truly. You inform the lady of the man's passing. She purses her lips and asks that you remove the body anyway, explaining her reasoning rather succinctly. We can't be drinking his filth after all. Fair enough. Sir Verandox the Different manages to hook a rope loop around the corpse and pull it up, its limbs dangling loosely like white wash rags. He asks if she needs you to bury it too. The woman wipes a tear and shakes her head. Nah, I'll bury that feller myself. Weep over his grave tomorrow, and then get on with the living. Well, alright. I think I've had that before where the man's okay, and the woman thanks you. I'm pretty sure I've seen another variation of that. But anyway, let's go ahead and sell off some of the profits of the fighting that I did. So essentially what I took on, and they were pretty epic fights. I kind of wish I'd got them on camera. But they weren't really anything that we haven't seen before. But I ended up fighting multiple battles that were extremely similar. They each had an ancient priest, and that's kind of why I got these really expensive pieces of treasure here. They had ancient priests, and some of them had a few honor guards, and another one had a lot of honor guards. And then of course a bunch of legionnaires and things like that. Yeah, you can see I've got a bunch of their weapons. I got some goblin weapons too. But I ended up taking on two very similar sized groups. They were sitting at about 17, 18, that kind of number. And it was some pretty cool fights. You see I've got some of their helmets. I like their gear a lot. And then, yeah, so there we go. So we made up some of the crowns for some of the time I ended up having to waste to do that. And we needed to restock on food and supplies anyway. So we came back to do that. But marauding greenskins in this town has made it so that we're not really finding much good stuff here. And I just threw on a bunch of junk to try and help make space so that I could go into the Unhold graveyard. But it ended up probably not being the best plan. So let me just see. I know I threw, yeah, Sir Steinhardt does not want that shield. And who we're going to take their helmet from? Who has the best helmet? Again, 178 and 8. That's the heaviest one. 165 and 7. That might be the best one. No, this is it. So we need to switch. There we go. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a fifth one. Maybe we'll get a fifth helmet like that, and then we'll just be good to go. So, okay. I was really hoping also that they would have a contract for us out here in the east, but they do not. So, guys, we're going to head back to the Unhold Graveyard. We're going to see what that whole thing is about. We can perhaps take this collapsed ruin fight here. And I think I also want to make sure that we we add in some of our brothers who have not gotten to fight in a minute, like Wilhelm the Pimp. He's very close to leveling also, and I think we could take out Scaredy, put him in. We don't need too many noble swords in the front line. Is he well equipped? He is. He's kind of ridiculously well equipped, actually. Okay. Very good resolve, decent fatigue, good initiative. And who else might we want to bring in? We haven't used Steezy in a while. I'd like to keep Ivar in just because he's going to end up being a very strong brother in the future. And let's maybe keep some of these in. Raymond's at level 18. That's awesome. We could probably pull out Edgel and put in Steezy and maybe go a little wider. No, that's probably fine. Do we want to put in Oz or... yeah, let's put in Giro. Let's get another crossbowman. Giro needs something. Give him a dog. Otherwise, that's pretty good. And let's put him on the outside here. That way he can use his polearm mastery to good effect. Okay. That's switched up enough. That'll help cheer up some of the brothers who've been in reserve for too long. Fallen Hero. Not a bad little group to fight. They're probably coming from this keep here. And I wouldn't be surprised if this was a difficult fight. So it may be a little tough to have Wilhelm in here. And if it's undead, his dagger's not going to do very well. But if we can get into here before nighttime... Alright, let's see what we're engaging. Okay, undead. 24 of them. We see Geist, we see Fallen Heroes. On open field, I'm not that scared of the undead. Really, in any form. We have our Sergeant, we have our Bannerman. And I think we'll just tuck in our Lone Wolves here, just to make sure that we don't suffer from any sort of leadership issues thanks to the Geists and their screams. So let's let them jump forward before we take all of our range shots. So I see 2 Fallen Heroes at the moment. What we need to know is whether or not there is a Necromancer on the field. And I don't think there is. I think normally they have really high initiative. Did we forget to change his armor? Oh, I did. So he's not wearing the best armor that he could be. He should have like another 60 or so armor on his body. So we need to make sure we're very careful with him. And that's a lot of Fallen Heroes. I think there's 3 up here now. Yep. Okay. Let's focus down what we can. That was a good hit. We're knocking the armor off of him at least, which is good. Y'all have watched me kill undead so many times, and I'm sure a lot of you play this game on your own, so you know. Sometimes it feels like there's very little value in actually killing, 2 of the base zombies, but there is. And we're going to really have to rely on Hondo and Lance to do a ton of the damage against the Fallen Heroes. Probably would be better if Lance had his greatsword here against the heavy armor of the Fallen Heroes. But I had no idea what I was going to be fighting. I could have guessed that it would be the undead. And I kind of did guess. But had it been raiders, this weapon is really good against them. And it's not bad against the undead. It's very good against these zombies. But it's just not great, or as great against the Fallen Heroes. We're just kind of thinning them out. When they finally reach the front lines, they'll be easy targets for us. And it'll essentially just be the Fallen Heroes and a couple Geists versus the world. Very good throws. And now Varandox, I think he's out. He needs to switch over to his hammer. So yeah, it doesn't appear to be any type of necromancer. We didn't see any possession or anything. But 6 Geists. Okay. We may want to go ahead and whip that banner out. Ivar doing some big damage there. And we can do a slash down the line. Wasn't great. Let's step up here and see if we can't get that kill. That felt pretty okay. 1 fewer Geist. It does leave Aracel a bit out of position. I would think that they wouldn't be able to rout him. He has really high resolve. And if we support him just a bit, he should be able to take care of himself. Yeah, this is what I want to do now. I want to beat these guys down. Let's go ahead and Indomitable so we don't get smashed by this ridiculous weapon. We'll take some of the threats out. We can use Varandox if we'd like to kind of hold this corner. We don't really need to. I think Ivar plus Hondo is good enough. We can maybe bring Varandox down here to close off this little gap. And then try and let Steezy and Wilhelm, potentially take care of anyone who's trying to get through that gap. Okay, let's do a slash. Yeah, a great sword might have just like one-shot that dude. Man, can't believe we missed that. But if we can kill him, we can clear that path once again for ourselves. Yeah, not 100% who we should shoot at here. Yeah, the odds of us hitting a lot of that was pretty low. And with our terrible armor, I really don't want to jump in here on that guy. Hondo puts a nice hit in. But I feel like Aracel is going to need our help. Nice, and a good miss. And Steezy plus Willem should be able to fight a single fallen hero, especially if we get some big swings to help them. Could go for his shield. Not a bad strategy. The undead shields have really good stats, but really poor durability. So the screams have chipped away at our resolve and our morale. If we can just get some kills, we should be back on track. Yeah, let's just put some big damage on the fallen hero. And they're trying to stun me. It's good damage. But we need kills. Alright, please take him. Ah! It was a bit of a long shot, but I felt like we could get it. Okay. Nice double swing there. We'll pop. Excuse me, we'll pop Indomitable. Should be an easy kill. Come on, Steezy. That was pretty decent damage from Steezy. Now it's his turn, and he's going to hit Wilhelm with a flail. It's kind of hard to see. The flail's kind of hanging in the grass. Alright, let's hope nobody runs. And they make Lance run. That's pretty bad, but we do have rallies. We should be able to rally them before it counts. That felt pretty good. So we step up here, that puts us closer, and now we can rally. And that brings them both back. That's perfect. Now we have a shot. 73% chance to hit on those dudes is huge. Yeah, swords are so good at taking out Geists. And once the Geists start to go, you know, then we really just have to worry about fallen heroes. And some of them we've damaged quite a bit. Okay, we're stunned, but we didn't take any damage. And we're very close to taking out this fallen hero and getting in on some of the last. Yeah, we got to take a 58% chance on that. Getting in on the last of the Geists. Not bad. 3 of them come back. Now Varandox is routing. Let's try and puncture. We didn't get it. Okay, we couldn't rally Sir Varandox, but Aracel still may be able to. Or at the very least, we should be able to take away all the threats that are surrounding Varandox. So there we go. We rally everyone. We need ammo. Very nice. Get rid of these threats. Man, we probably should have just broke this dude's shield. Can't hit there. Sorry, I had to sneeze like crazy. Okay. I feel like we need to work on Sir Varandox's fatigue. I think it's becoming a bit of an issue as he levels. I mean, I'm sure I'm already putting points in his fatigue, but wearing that, I think he's wearing some pretty heavy armor right now. I think that's messing him up. And we probably want to be using our bill hooks here. Bill hooks have a much better chance of hitting these Geists than our arrows do. That's pretty dangerous. Yep, that's very dangerous. Was really hoping to take that dude down. Now we have to rely on... We have to rely on Aracel to try and rally. Jump in here. Rally. It did not help a single person. But if we are able to kill those, then they will not have a chance to hit us as our scared brothers attempt to run away. This is an important hit here. Yeah, we needed to get that kill so that even if Lance and Willem ran away, these 2 resurrected fallen heroes and that Geist would not be able to hurt him. A Geist does pretty serious armor-piercing damage. I think their attacks pretty much completely bypass armor. So they're extremely dangerous against anybody. And there's only 2 of them left. I would expect another resurrection this upcoming turn. But if not, then this should be just Easy as can be. There we go. Good quality miss. We don't want to block any attacks from our other brothers, but if we get a bit of a surround, it should help us. And we just hammered a ghost. So that feels pretty good. Willem levels, and we get a bunch of junk we can sell. That's a very good weapon. This would have been a good helmet. These would have been good helmets for us a long time ago, but now they're just good helmets to sell. We're just going to repair some of that stuff and hope to make a decent profit on it in the future. It was worth it to take that fight, though, just because Wilhelm has now leveled. Okay, we're going to take a 5 roll on Resolve, because that's just enormous. I think that's good enough. We have a perk to spend here. Berserk is good, Headhunter is good. We want to get Backstabber. We also want to get Executioner. I think we're going to get Duelist eventually. That's just why we're not really rushing in to get Shield Expert. But it's the one that we need the most. It's going to be Dodge. Dodge is very important for this build. Once we lower his armor significantly, take off the shield, things like that, his dodge is going to be enormous with his initiative. So while he's not quite there yet, he will be in the future. Oh yeah. Also, let's go into our stash and organize and repair. Hand axes are usually worth repairing. These helmets are worth repairing, and that is as well. Two-handed flail. Okay. Let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling. I don't know if I feel like fighting a large goblin outpost. But there are some more ancient dead out here, which could be fun. Check this group. Yeah, it's just a ton of spiders. They're not. I mean, they're so not worth it. If we can catch them out of the forest, it's fun. Yeah, let's just take this fight. We haven't fought the webnecks in a while. And fighting them out in the open is great, and it's really good experience for Wilhelm. And it's a pretty low-risk fight for him and Steezy. Once again, forgot to change out Steezy's armor. Should be okay in this fight here, though. With this many ranged units, we should just be able to absolutely run through the spiders. So 30 of them currently on the battlefield. Their numbers, when you engage them, you have to take into account that they have like 5 nests or egg sacs around the battlefield, and that you'll basically be spawning 5 a turn that you have to fight. So let's start going to work. Just thinning them out. And yeah, we're making this look kind of easy. But there was a time where this many webnecks would have been a problem. It is not this day, but there certainly was a time. They can be quite overwhelming. But warbows in general are just so good against lightly armored units. With Berserk, we're able just to very easily chew through all of their numbers. So, they replenished again. Let's see how they jump in. Yeah, kind of what I figured. We made a nice little concave for them to get in on Giro, but Giro is actually a polearm master, so he pulls out his billhook and he can start doing work. We don't particularly care about being webbed. As long as our backline's not compromised, we'll be able to output enough DPS to make our frontline battle really not matter all that much. So we'll use our shots to clear out our flanks, and our frontline will probably just easily take care of itself. Pretty much like that. Doesn't feel good to miss, but like, you can't kill 3 in a row and then get mad because you missed. That kind of sucked though. Let's kill some of the ones off to the sides. We can break free. Ah, we miss. We tried to free Steezy. Didn't work. Let's go ahead and get out our polearm. And just be ready. That should be an easy kill. Nice. We can break him free. Very good. Oh. Try to go after him with your bare hands, Varandox. Well, we bought you this extremely expensive hammer. There's no reason to break formation here. You can't really see where the X-Acts are, so they're going to be coming from all angles. Bone plating took the first hit for us. Man, he just does nothing with that dagger. Okay. Before we like waste time switching weapons and doing all that stuff, let's just try and clear some space so that Raymond can actually do something. 81%. Since he is a polearm master, he no longer has the negatives. To attacking units that are adjacent to him, which is very powerful. As you can see, we're just slaughtering them. Peace out, spiders. Let's just break some people free if we can. There's no really reason to fight. And break free. And free ally. And break free. Alright, it's hard to tell sometimes when you look at them where the living and the dead ones are. But I think we're completely free of them. Yeah, that was pretty huge. So I would not be surprised if that's it, if they start to run. Yeah, we're not going to chase any of them down. In fact, we're just going to completely skip our entire turn. And if any of them want to come into range of our archers and stuff, we'll just pick them apart. So we're going to get lots and lots of crafting materials that are worth, you know, after all is said and done, we'll probably get maybe like 1,200 or so crowns worth. Which isn't nothing. Don't want to look a gift crown in the mouth. And we didn't really have to sacrifice for that either. It's not like our armor took a lot of damage or anything like that. I mean, this is pretty free fight for us. Can you reach anything? If we take an aim shot, might be able to one-shot you. Nice. Wow, they're back up to 13. That's ridiculous. Yeah, let's just end our turn. Let them come in close again. We could always use our Falcon to see where the X-Acts are, but it doesn't really matter. They'll stop sending. The X-Acts only can put out so many units before they stop sending. But it looks like it's going to give us another kill. Reload. Pass. Aim shot. Okay. Now we just pass. It's over. And we got some decent experience, so that's good. And, you know, for how many of them we killed to only get this much stuff, it kind of hurts a little bit. But, free fight. Free fight, free experience. Okay. So let's do it, guys. Let's go check out the Unhold Graveyard. Graveyard. Wonder what's over here running away. If we can get on this mountain, we might be able to see them. I would love to take a nice fight against some greenskins. So I don't think this is a fight. I try not to spoil it for myself. I did kind of look it up, and I think we're just going to get some stuff and have some cool lore. But if there is a fight, I'd rather not do it at nighttime. But let's save the game anyway, just in case. And wow, we get tons of stuff, and an item that I've never seen before. I don't think it's a thick white fur. But let's read this. It says finger bones like fallen totems, thighs hewn free of the knees as though foresters had set upon a gloomy work, curved ribs scattered across the earth like they were under a shipwright's appraisal, and the skulls, tottering on the wedges of jawbones, held up like animistic abodes of shamans, molars the size of shields, and any man could crawl through its eye sockets. Looking past the unwhole skeletal remains, you find plenty more fanning out into a valley. The heaviest of the bones stay where their owner's breath had last ushered them, while the smallest of the sort have long since rolled to the valley ditch and settled there in a wash of white, wimpled with whatever flesh and fur remains. You've no reason to believe that none other than the Unholds themselves plotted their demise here. Violence is not in their shapes. They were sitting up or laying down in peaceful eternities, and indeed Wolfgang Night Owl points out a great giant, which seems to have recently laid itself to rest. It is nestled into an earthen nook, with its hands wrapped over its knees, and its head tilted on a shoulder. It watched the sunset, and will do so for many years to come. Not that you care. No, I kind of care. That's pretty sad. You order the men to fan out and collect what they can. Some of these bones or pelts or what else they've brought could be of great use to the company. So this is enough to make another set of bone plating. Another bit of unhold hide is great. And I actually don't know what I can make with thick white fur, but I have a ton of crafting materials, so I assume I can make something amazing. And Unhold Graveyard, I realize I didn't read this, so let's take a second. A wide field littered with gigantic bones and skulls. Some are bleached to white, but some are fresh and still have flesh attached to them. So now that I have that white fur, I would hope that I can make something with just one of these. I haven't gotten a chance to fight too many of the powerful white Unhold, so yeah, I'm a little bit unknowledgeable about them. Steezy here still has really bad fatigue. We need to give him something like this. So Chris, hang on to that. And then we can also give him this shield to make sure that he stays okay in combat. Alright, that's a much better kit for him, because I think we're going to want to try and take one more fight before we head back. And I'd rather it not be a goblin, but let's get moving. I just realized we were sitting there unpaused. We can explore the last bit here. This fight has been on our radar for a long time. A Necrosavant, some ancient honor guards, and lots of ancient legionnaires. That's a powerful fight. That is quite the fight. So more goblins. One overseer, one shaman, and then just a bunch of, randoms. I don't mind that fight. I think we could easily take that down. It would take some rearranging once again of the party. I would definitely pull Giro out and put Edgel back in. I would certainly pull Wilhelm out, and I would want as many shields as possible. Something like this. Also, Scaredy is okay. Rearrange this. Maybe put Scaredy back in. We want him near Aracel for morale purposes. And let's just undo what I just did with Sir Chris. Sir Chris is one of our best characters for sure. This is not a bad piece of armor. The mail hauberk with that attachment. But kite shields do wonders. Pull these dudes back and just use the heck out of our war bows to achieve that kind of maximum range. This is 215 versus 225, 26 fatigue versus 28 fatigue. Yeah, we need to get rid of this. As much as I love this Honor Guard armor, we should be using something else on him. Ramen just has excellent fatigue, so we never really cared. And I want to use Sir Steinhardt in these fights, but with no missile mitigation, it's pretty rough. I think this is fine. Like if I was going to cut someone, it would probably just be Ragnar. But he's our bannerman. And I would probably put Sir Steinhardt like off to the side and see if I couldn't make a play. But let's go ahead and take these dudes out. Way out in the middle of nowhere. I would hope for some good loot. Let's pass them up. Just see if there's anything along the shoreline. I don't think there is. And also, let me save the game. We just discovered a really cool, unique place. Save the game, and let's get in here versus a Goblin Shaman and an Overseer, and then a bunch of junk dudes. With our Warbow strategy, we don't really have to go to them. Their range superiority is not as much of an issue if we can just not get wrecked right off the bat. There's 25 of them, though. We fought 47, but we did have the high ground. But we should just be able to get several, easy picks right off the bat. I don't know if we'll be able to get any picks on their skirmishers. And I hate having high ground right in front of our front line. But almost certainly the AI is just going to hang back. And we're just going to have a bit of a trade back and forth here with these goblins. Would love to kill off anybody holding a pike. And if the Goblin Shaman ever moves forward, which they kind of like to do sometimes. Oh, there's the Overseer. Oh man, we're going to focus him down hard if we can hit him. What the hell? Well, we missed a ton of shots there. Break our archers free. And I kind of want to move forward a bit. There are no wolf riders in this battle, so we don't have to worry about being flanked. It's just straight up, can we out-trade them? We really want to kill the Goblin Overseer, but now he's going to have a chance to get some shielded dudes in front of him. We basically took a bunch of 50% chance shots, and we missed almost all of them. He's deadly with his Impaler, but his ability to rally the routing goblins is pretty annoying. And if we could kill him, it would be a pretty significant blow to their morale. I'm an Indomitable. We're going to step forward and Indomitable. And I'm happy that we just merely passed our turn there and didn't just give it up completely, because we were able to take a chance and get another kill. So 2 kills in the first turn isn't great, but it's not nothing. 2 pikemen. They're definitely more dangerous than the regular skirmishers with, their little daggers and spears. It's definitely looking like they've identified as Burnfried as a good person to shoot at, simply because he's using a heater shield as opposed to a kite shield. And shooting at our guys on the flank seems like an ideal target, but they have bone plating, so they're completely negating the first shots, which I think they've both already taken. And then after that, they just have Battle Forged, which means they're just not going to take any damage. And I kind of want to just keep shooting at the Overseer, and if I miss and hit one of the other goblins, I'm fine with that. But there's a good chance I should just be able to snipe this one down. But he's shield walled, so it's kind of annoying. And these other dudes are behind rocks. Okay, we put 1 shot on him. Not sure why we can't hit that guy, but we can. Yeah, and 3 shots go into this dude's shield. That feels pretty bad. 42 on him, and we nail it. And we are showing them that we are not scared of you, goblins. I just wish we had been able to put some more firepower on this overseer while he was moderately vulnerable. We'll see what they do. They may realize in a minute here that they need to start stepping forward. We haven't put any pressure on their ranged units. And their goblin shaman, I mean, we could definitely try and advance under hail of goblin ambusher fire, but the goblin shaman is going to be consistently locking several of our units in place. So that's why I like this strategy. I would love to know in the comment section if you have any different strategies for this fight. Being poisoned definitely sucks. I don't think we have any antidote on our guys. We have some poison on our guys, but I don't think we have any antidote. So having 2 poison units really sucks. It's going to lower our range, which is what I care about the most. It goes away in a few turns. It doesn't do any damage, but it's still not great. And the shaman steps forward a bit. So they are slowly but surely, you know, moving forward. I'll take it. And we can't do anything because of our poisoned situation. Let's go for the kill, and we get it. Okay. Nice, and we kill the guy who was shield walling. And very soon here, it will be time for us to move Lance and Hondo forward to start really putting pressure and making it so that the AI will want to start perhaps using its roots on our lone wolves, which puts them at risk, but we're pretty sure they can take it. Still covering the overseer at all cost. Yeah, that double poisoning really hurt us. That's 2 war bows that essentially can't do anything. No, let's go up here. This should really mess with them. Hiding behind this bush is going to mess with their line of sight. We can't quite make it all the way out there. Okay, that sucks. Because what's going to happen is, if we step out here, they'll net us. They'll net Lance down. And then they'll have chances to step in, poke us, shoot us, stab us, you know, hit us with a crossbow. I mean, it would be ugly. But I think Hondo is pretty free to move up here. There's not that much protection. And let's just shield wall up. Expecting them to either shoot back here or at him. And they managed to land another shot on Ramen. Alright, I think we survive another hail. It's pretty lucky also that he's not shooting us. If they're not even fighting us, we don't really care what their morale is like. Make sure we're breaking other people out. He has a spear wall up and a shield wall, so we don't want to engage on him. I think this is safe though. As safe as that can ever be. Perfect. What else can we do? Let's go for that kill. It's 30%. And we nail him. How many more turns? 3 more turns, Jesus. There's only 17 left. We started with, what, 27? Something like that. So we've killed quite a few. Just not the really high value targets that we were hoping to kill. At this point, I think we could start moving forward with some of our brothers. Like every other brother, basically. So that we still have some shield defense for our ranged units. You can see old Greg is now playing Total War. Okay. God, I remember when old Greg that first came out. That was so funny. Yeah, Ramon's going to have to move back. They've got his number. Yep. Let's hope they don't kill him. Here they go, they're going to kill Ramon right now. Oh god. Shaman's going to root us, as long as he doesn't root Ramon, and he does. Okay. Break free. And start moving forward with some of our brothers who aren't as essential. And they lined up nicely for us to get a good slash. And we're able to take out one of the skirmishers. We need to break free and run. And it would be great if we could kill anybody who has a chance of hitting us. But we're just going to step back with Aerozel to give him even more cover. I think that's just the safest play. So expect the big net to come down. Okay, that was pretty sweet. I'll take an unexpected, undeserved kill. Alright, there's one net. Some bolas coming down. They probably all have bolas. So if we can just get Ramon out of here alive. We've given them a lot more targets to shoot at, even when it comes to our own archer brothers. We honestly don't care about the rest of we're heavily armored. Our archers are pretty tough. I mean, Ramon took a lot of hits before he got to that point. Alright, little goblins. And now we're going to switch with Sir Varandox. Get him into the fight. Man, I was just like, hit something. Let's free our buddy so he can charge forward. And just keep running. Keep running with Ramon. No one should be able to hurt him. Very surprised we're not landing more shots. Perfect. We're just trying to close the distance on this Goblin Overseer so he can't get us. Or he can't run away, rather. And he can't shoot us with that Impaler. It's kind of more what I was trying to say. And we also want to close the distance on the Goblin Shaman as well, so that he starts using this club in melee, instead of continuously rooting us forever. He hasn't used his Insect Swarm, And I think that's because we've been consistently... Ooh, they poisoned us and pierced our armor. Because we've been consistently derooting ourselves, I think it's been prioritizing those vines. Yeah, and just a single target on Hondo is great for us instead of using it here. I'll take it. Keep on running, buddy. Doing all right. We'll put ourselves in a bit of a scary position here. I think we're fine. Yeah, he's already running, so that's good. Even taking little half steps forward every turn is nice. Break free. We're trying to get on that shaman. Take an aim shot from downtown, and we miss. Get out of that net, man. So the Overseer is 100% done, but the Shaman may try to run this turn. And I don't know if we'll be able to catch it without using something like War Dogs. Okay, so one extra down. Alright, he's going to hang out. It's good for us. Let's get up on this hill. Perfect. Sir Chris is able to get in there. And lock down the Shaman. We're going to get in there with Varandox as well. Let's drop a dog, too. I don't think the dog is going to steal the kill by any means. But it's just going to put some more DPS on them. Perfect. Run them down. Yeah, the dog really softened him up, so we should be able to get the kill pretty easily with our brothers this turn. Just pass and pass. Okay, let's bop him. And we get him, and we get the club. Perfect. And that should be it. I don't think we'll be able to catch anyone else. So a nice big goblin fight. Hopefully we get something good for all this trouble. Cross your fingers. Come on, guys. Just not another wolf hat. I mean, we have room for one more in our lineup, but like, come on. Whoa, we do get something. Let's check out the rest of our stuff first, but like... I'm losing it. And it's like the worst roll ever. It has like the highest fatigue roll with the lowest armor roll. Oh my god. I'm not complaining. Like, I don't want you guys to think I'm complaining, but like, jeez. Like, what are the odds? We got two of them. Two legendaries in one. Without noticing, the last one ends up being a flippin' wolf hat. Like, seriously. I don't know what the odds are of that, but they've got to be pretty extreme. So this axe, I think this is more like, this is not going to be a great axe, I don't think. I think this is going to behave more like the woodcutter's axe. But it's hard to know without taking a look at its move set. So we need to go to, where is he? Here we go. We need to go to Ivar. He's our axeman. So right now he's using the great axe, 80 to 100. This is 80 to 100, 98 durability, so it has 18 more durability. That's pretty huge. 54 and 150% effectiveness versus armor and ignores armor. So it ignores, or it does a ton more damage versus armor. That's pretty good, 14 more percent. Shield damage of 36, that's the same. And then the same fatigue roll. So this is just a great axe. This is an amazing upgrade for Ivar. Very nice. So, a long two-handed axe designed for battle that bears down heavy with every swing and can easily cut a man in two. The Grizzly Harbinger. Sweet. And another damn wolf hat. Unflippin' believable. I can't even believe that. I'm dumbfounded. We got a level on Wolfgang. Let's go ahead. Man, Wolfgang's range skill is so high we can almost stop pumping it and focus on other stuff. Kind of the same with his fatigue. Once he gets to 100 fatigue, I don't know if he needs more than that. With this kind of armor setup, I think that's just fine. But wow, those are... Look how many wolves we've killed. I said in one of the last videos, I was like, how many wolves have to die so we can fly? That's a... Man, is that the Nutty Professor? I don't quite remember. How many squirrels must die so you can fly? Shadows begin to fold in on themselves in strange waves. You turn around to see the men darkening, a great rim of black moving over it. Soon there is no sun at all. Steezy the trainer cries out that the end times are coming, but before his wailing can find a grip on the rest of your men, the great shade unveils the sun once more, and there is light again, as though nothing happened at all. You tell the pathetic fool to get to his feet. You've places to march, and tears sure as hell won't get you there. So Steezy is now afraid. That's not good. That's a bad way to end today's video. With an eclipse, scaring the hell out of my men. So let's make it back to Hornguard. Check out what they have, sell off our gear, and then we'll head up to Eichenberg for the taxidermist and see if there's anything at all that we can make with that white fur that we picked up. And I think we should be able to. We haven't gotten a chance to fight any of the real, this map does not have a lot of snow. A lot of times I'll play on maps where it's like, if this was the map, this whole area would be like snow. And then when that's the case, especially if it's, that whole area belongs to a single house that really, really likes you. I've had playthroughs before where I've prioritized getting things like Pathfinder so that I could move around really easily in the snow. And that made for some pretty interesting builds where you can kind of kite people with your bows and stuff like that in the snow. Whoa. We want to make today's video a bit longer. Our inventory is full, so we're gonna head back, turn in this stuff, and we might come back out and do the Throat Cutter's Borrow. It's an easy fight. But our stuff is still being repaired. We're probably pretty low on tools also. Yeah, we need to resupply. Hornguard's probably still being ravaged by orcs, I'd imagine. So they may not have the best loot for us. Yeah, they're having an archery contest. This sucks because they're one of our best suppliers for weapons and armor. And they're just getting absolutely wrecked by some orcs somewhere. I don't think we need a ton of that. We don't need a ton of that. Sell, sell, sell. Can sell that. I don't think we need it. I may hold on to this great axe for scrat fighting. We don't need the Saleh helmet anymore. That's what's ridiculous. They're great helmets, we just don't need them. We've picked up so much other stuff. We could sell off the treasures there. I think that leaves us pretty good. I don't think I'm missing anything. We're back up to over 30k. Buy our guys a drink. Whoa. Don't be killing women, man. What's the matter with you? High ground wins battles. Trust me on this one. You're right, man. You're not wrong. Let's get all the tools we can. Let's buy some extra bread. And we'll even buy their super expensive archery stuff. Bows. Archery stuff. We'll buy their... Not even bows. Arrows. We'll buy their arrows. Archery stuff, bows. Both incorrect. We'll buy their arrows. We need as much ammunition as we can get. We like to stay close to 500. There's no reason not to. If you come across a place with really good prices, you should usually just buy them. Okay, nothing good in the armory for us. Really good prices on tools. We'll take that. And we will also take some cheese, some grain, some bread. Man, it takes a lot to feed us now. And we'll 100% make some more bone platings. Although I probably should have checked to make sure that bone plating was not an ingredient in whatever I might use the white fur for. Hope I didn't mess that up somehow. I think I'm just gonna look it up online and see what the white fur makes. Go kill goblins. I just killed a lot of goblins, man. East of Horngard. I mean, that's kind of where I want to go anyway. This dude wants us to go to Brunelund. We might actually take that quest from Eichenberg, because I think he wants us to do... not that one. I thought we ran across one. I'm not seeing it right now, but I thought... or did I take that one off camera? I don't remember, but I thought there was another goblin camp somewhere out here. It said east of Horngard. It's probably around this area somewhere. Let's just take it. Will it show us? Yeah, it's right here. I remember the banner. The banner is very distinct looking. And we can also move down in today's episode. Go to Windfest. See what they have going on. Maybe some good tips in the tavern about some rare loot. So today, I mean, we picked up our 5th wolf hat. We got an amazing great axe pickup. We uncovered the Unhold graveyard, which is pretty sweet. And made ourselves some more bone platings. I just would love to be spending some of this gold on great armor. Buy some more drinks. Check for rumors. Okay, and we need to just kind of chill out until daytime, and then we can buy some more tools here and really be stocked up for going back out and adventuring. And this place has the stuff. Get some different kind of alcohol, that's good. Some venison, that's good. Yeah. I love being well provisioned. And it's expensive, but it's never a waste. And another, Sir Theo's coat of plates, it's over 40k. We can't afford that, sadly. We could get another coat of plates. Just a standard coat of plates. God, this is so much better. But 10k is not a bad price. We can actually afford it right now. Let's see what's in the weaponsmith before we were to commit to doing that. What is this? A one-handed sword. Baltasar's the Toothless Blade. A well-balanced long sword with a double-edged blade. A weapon crafted as well as this one is hard to find. So it's right next to a noble sword. Let's check out the difference. So 97 durability versus 72, so obviously better. 45 damage versus 50 damage, the exact same. 20% damage ignores armor, that's the same. 85% effective against armor, that's the same. It has a 5% chance to hit head that the noble sword does not, and they have the identical fatigue. So honestly, it's really not worth it, but I am a greedy legendary hog, so I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it, and you know why I'm gonna buy it, guys? God damn it, because Azazel has been my boy since the start of this playthrough. He's one of the first named characters we ever had. The Noble Sword was the first tier 3 weapon we ever picked up from a great fight, and he has been using the same weapon since like day 30 or something like that. And I am very happy to see him get a cool upgrade. So this one's for you, buddy. I don't know if you're still watching this playthrough. I haven't seen one of your comments in a long time, but there you go. You're looking pretty sweet. You're still also the guy who's rocking our, banner painted kite shield. So now you're just a little bit more special. And Azazel, if we look at like his kill counts and stuff like that, he has been an absolute monster killing machine for our company. He just doesn't miss. His melee attack stat isn't even that high. His melee skill stat, comparatively to some of the dudes we could have, isn't that high. But he just doesn't miss with the sword. And with a 5% chance to hit head now, he's going to be absolutely deadly. So I can spend the rest of the episode today just saying goodbye. Guys, once again, my name is Brett. My channel is Good Talk Gaming. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It seemed like a lot of people enjoyed the Warriors of the North, DLC speculation kind of video that I made, where I just went over, the upcoming stuff. I'm not going to make one every week as they do announcements, unless the announcements are huge. I'm just going to kind of, maybe wait 2 weeks, get a nice, solid amount of information to go over, and then kind of give my thoughts there after they've had a while to sink in. But yeah, I was pretty grateful for all the support on that, and your continued support on this series and any others in the future. Once again, I'd still love to see your opinions in the comments about what type of playthrough you want to see once the Warriors of the North comes out. We don't have all the information yet, but we do have some pretty cool, unique starting modifiers that we can choose from to really differentiate our campaign from maybe any of the others on YouTube. As I go to choose and I take your suggestions into consideration, I'll be looking at other YouTubers with way bigger channels than mine, see what they're doing, and try and be the guy doing something different, and showing off what I've learned from all this time playing this game and from all of your help making me a better player. But anyway, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one, guys. We're going to take down these two little camps here close to each other, and then I don't know, maybe we'll try to explore, or maybe we'll head down south, and I'll try my best to get something on camera. It won't be next episode, but maybe the one after that, and I'll do my best to try and get us into a Kraken fight where the game does not crash. But that's going to take a lot of time and commitment for me, and I'm willing to do it because the Kraken fight is something that we have to get onto the channel. So, alright guys, see you later, and take care.